Yeah, you generally have to do that with a pair of hemostats. You could use tweezers. If you're very dexterous, you might be able to get it on there with your finger, but it's a little tricky, and you'll see that. So I'm going to tear it down for you, just so you know what we're dealing with here. And so, first thing you want to do is obviously remove the battery. I'm going to take that apart, and by the way, the interior is finished off in a black, as you can see. Then we're going to take the bottle out. You don't have to remove the bottle to do this, but I'm going to. Again, finished off. Then we're going to remove the atomizer just to get it out of the way so you can see what we're dealing with. The feed tube, another change I made, because I'm there pretty tight. I inset the feed nipple into the housing so that if by chance you do drop it, a lot less risk of causing damage to that external nipple coming out of there. Because if you did bend that, there's a chance you could crimp the tube, and that would basically destroy it and ruin the whole unit. I mean, it could be replaced, but you'd be out of luck for that for a while until you got it fixed. So anyway, okay, that's the mouthpiece, feed, whatever. So what we're left here is with an acetal top, an aluminum bottom. Acetal top is machined out of one solid piece, and polished it up. So if I drop this thing now, I'm really not too concerned with it breaking. It might scratch it, but it's not going to break. Same thing with the bottom. It's 8 gauge aluminum, and it's going to be pretty tough stuff. So, two tools you'll need to service your unit will probably, again, I mentioned a pair of tweezers and a Phillips screwdriver, number 2. See the 2 screws on the bottom. I'm just going to back these off a few turns. And then the top. A few turns, there we go. The top comes loose. Alright, you can see the tube there. That's what I was talking about. So we're going to take that off. And that is the top. Alright, you can see that's the negative side contact spring. There are brass threaded inserts. These serve dual purpose actually. One's for durability, and so that you can tighten the unit up nice and tight. Secondly, they're also conductive, so you get a positive contact, and I'll show you why. And then of course the feed tube comes out here, and it's a modified 510 bat connector, which is connected directly to the spring. Yes, the contacts. Okay, you notice I had the screws here. Alright, these are more than just holding the base plate on. The base plate is aluminum because it is the positive connection. These screws run up through the body to the switch, which I will try to extract here. This is the switch. The switch is handmade. It's my own design. I've had good luck with it. I prototyped it in my original, little different variation because it was constructed differently. But oh, that's right, I forgot. To remove the switch, I have to remove the button. Okay, the button is held in with a pin. So we're going to extract that pin. Set that aside, and then we have the button. The button will now pop out. That is the button. Set that aside. Now I can get the switch. And the switch. Okay, as you can see, there are two holes in there. These screws run up through the switch, and that makes for the positive flow of electrons. The negative side contact is on the top here, and when the top is mounted onto the unit, that modified battery connection makes contact with the negative side of the switch contact, and then you have the button that completes the circuit. It's a simple setup. I like simplicity, less to go wrong. Again, if you're semi dexterous, the switch is user serviceable if you need it to be. It's simple. I mean, it looks complicated. It takes a while for me to fabricate, but once it's done, it's just simplicity in itself. And I have yet to have it fail, or even on the original one. Once I installed the prototype, it just kept working. It hasn't burned out, hasn't warped, altered, or anything. I haven't lost any power or had misfires with it. As long as you're pressing it down and making a positive contact, I'm getting power. So, and I've had a multimeter on it, and this whole circuit is no loss of resistance. There's no resistant loss, and I'm getting full power off the battery. A fully charged 18650 will deliver the full voltage to the connector. I haven't been able to test what the voltage is on while drawing. What is it called? You know what I mean. Well, actually using the unit, it's kind of a moot point as far as I'm concerned. I'm not trying to alter the or vary the voltage that it's delivering. It's not a 5-volt or 6-volt unit. There's no regulator or booster or anything in it. It's just a straight current. So you're getting the full current, the full power of the battery. We got that. Yes, base plate. 2 screws. And then that nipple. I could go ahead and just pull this out. It's just friction set in there, and with the top, but it fits in pretty tight, and it's a pain in the ass for me to keep sliding in and out of there just to demonstrate it, even this once, because I plan on just putting this thing back together real quick. I don't want to make this video too long. So let's just assume that that the top is mounted on a rubber O-ring, and that you'll want to very gently press it up inside the unit and then insert this nipple end pin down through. You can see that there's a separate baffle here that is inside the unit to stabilize it, hold it in shape. It also helps to stabilize the button itself so it doesn't rock around. Okay, so